Hey, if you're in Conroe, you probably want you some barbecue.
Huh? Everybody does in Conroe.
Absolutely. And if you want some good barbecue, head out to Vernon's Country Barbecue.
Yeah, and by the way, today's episode of Whine and Dine, Brad, I don't know if you knew this, but it's brought to you by Dora's Dog Grooming. If you don't like what Dora did to your dog, she'll give you 30% off your cat. Can't beat a deal like that, Brad.
Chop that tail right off. I tell you what, Vernon's has been around for a long time, and most people know them for their country catfish.
Right.
But they got a barbecue place that's hop, skip, and a jump up the road.
It is, and by the way, Brad, it's no longer affiliated with Vernon's of Vernon's, even though I'm sure they'd love to. They're good friends. But this is from John and Gail Rogers, I think it is, who bought
well, then it ought to be John and Gail's
well, it
barbecue.
Should, but I would definitely groove on the Vernon's name because it's well established and everything.
The thing I like about it is it's an old-style roadside barbecue place. It's not fancy. It's not a concept restaurant. You got your blue-collar workers in there. You got your regulars there coming in. It's a friendly kind of place. Everybody seems to know everybody else's name. Not us. Nobody knows us, but it's a friendly place.
And Brad, when I drive past it, and I never eat there, but I drive past it, I see cars everywhere, and I look at the little building, and I say, where are these people? There must be some kind of
You live about 300 feet away from that place.
I know, but I just never think of going there. But this time, we went in there, and we really went, Brad, because it was raining like a bad dog. It was raining bats and logs out there.
It was.
So it wasn't as crowded, so we pulled in, and you had your new poncho on. I really liked it.
Yeah. But it is a place that's very popular. You always see cars out in front, and that's because it's got good barbecue and lots of it. You got your barbecued ribs and brisket and chicken and sausage and probably 10 other things that I can't remember right now. But it's got all the basics, and you got your sides, potato salads and slaws and all. It's got everything you want in a roadside barbecue place.
Yeah, and let me tell you this, they've got great burgers too, because somebody ordered some takeout burgers from there, and I was very impressed. Not only that, Brad, I went up, if you'll recall, in Matthew and Derek, two guys. Anyway, I said, hey, what are you doing? And Matthew said, I eat here all the time. I said, well, what are you eating? He said, turkey and fries. What kind of idiot does that all the time?
Every time we go to a restaurant, Mark insists on getting up and going to a table of complete strangers and asking them about their meal, about how often they come, about what they think about the place.
Yeah, they were so nice. And by the way, we did eventually, Gail Rogers showed up, and John, and when I started taking pictures of them, they said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they didn't arrest. They were very sweet. Anyway, the food itself was delicious. The fries, I thought they would be like the Vernon's catfish fries, which were really fresh. These were not, but boy, their barbecue, I got the chopped beef, and it was delicious.
I liked it. I didn't particularly care for the barbecue sauce. And next time I would not have them go ahead and slather all the ribs up with it. I'd like it on the side. It's a little hickory smoky, but not as... Other than that, though, the ribs were very good, and the things that I've eaten there in the past also very good.
Yeah, and he even offered me a rib, and I could not believe this. By the way, Brad, I forgot the most important part. They have free peanuts. They have a can of peanuts.
Yeah, but they're old and stale, Mark.
No, they're not. These were good. And by the way, even the ritzy places don't give you free peanuts. I don't understand this. Great place, great atmosphere.
Vernon's Country,
dartboard back there.
Vernon's Country Barbecue, a good place to go with friends and family for casual dining, right?
Exactly. Conroe on 105 West before you get to the river.
Well, there you go. I'm Brad Meyer, restaurant critic for Houston Community Newspapers.
Mark Hayter, columnist for The Courier and The Villager. Don't forget Dora's Dog Grooming, by the way.
There you go. Until next time, bon appetit.
Later, folks.